Hi, here's a Rayman 1 video, that's the intro. Story, it's pretty simple. Evil dark guy steals core, and now Limbless Man has to go punch him. And a cool thing here is that the world map is from Mr. Dark's perspective. Like, he's seeing the hero get closer and closer. So when you start up the game, you're pretty limited on what you can do. You can just jump and do whatever this is. It scares off these enemies. But as you move, you unlock new abilities like being able to throw your fist, gliding with your hair, being able to hang on to things, or simple abilities like running or grabbing ledges. But the cool thing with the ledges is that, like, once you grab a ledge, you can just jump immediately. Good touch. Rayman can also get fist upgrades like the goldfish, which increases the damage, or the speed of the fist, which increases the range of it. There's also these cages that you will see every now and then. Now you're probably thinking, what do I need to break these for? Well, in order to access the final level of the game, you will have to break all of the cages. Now, that sounds like it would take forever, but you can find these pretty quickly if you look it up or if you know what you're doing. But if you're replaying a game, you should just use a cheat that unlocks all the cages. Now, for me, what makes or breaks a platformer is the controls. Like, you could have really good level design, but if it does not control well, you lost me. Or you could be the outlier and have both terrible controls and terrible level design. But thankfully, Rayman does not disappoint. The controls in Rayman 1 are some of the best controls I've ever seen in any 2D platformers. Yes, even better than the likes of a certain plumber over there. Just look at how I'm able to maneuver around so easily. It's incredible. Now, I had a lot of people have trouble playing this game, saying it's too hard, too frustrating, this game sucks, just play Rayman Legends instead. Then don't listen to those people. They probably only play Mario games. The game isn't necessarily hard, it's just really easy to die. Like, you make one mistake and bam, you're fucking dead. Like, be careful, this isn't a walk in the park. Now, for a first playthrough, I would recommend you use the 99 lives code to ease in the game, unless you're really good at platformers and you don't need that. Because you're gonna die a lot. I know it. I know you. Most people who've seen people play this game, I've seen them, they just die a lot. But yeah, for real, you're gonna need those 99 lives because the game does not give you enough continues. You only get like 5 continues and that's it. And also, when you use the 99 lives code, you don't have to reload the game every time you get a game over. I only really use the 99 lives code when I'm trying to get all the cages. And for the level design, it is so good. Well, except this part. This part fucking sucks ass. But each level has something new to offer. It never gets old. You want to keep playing to the end. This is one part in Dream Forest where you fight this mosquito. You know, you beat the shit out of him, and then you become friends with it, right? And then, now your next level, you're riding the mosquito, and it's really fast paced. You gotta be really careful, or else you'll die instantly. And there's just one part in Bandland where you reach the heights, and then you have these monks who use, I forgot what this instrument, the drums. They're called drums, and then you gotta jump on the drums at the right time. And there's one part in Blue Mountains where you have this giant rock monster chasing you, and you gotta think quick so you don't get killed. And then this part in like Picture City where you have to figure out how to get all the way down here. I mean, it seems bad at first, but once you figure it out, it's not too difficult. And this part in the Cave of Scops where you gotta like hit the switches at the right time so you don't fall off. But you know, fuck that one part. My favorite level is the Crystal Palace in the Cave of Scops with how expertly crafted it is, and with the really chill music. Speaking of the levels, let's talk about them. First level is like a dream forest with a chill and ominous atmosphere. Bandland is cheerful, happy fun, full of instruments, getting you motivated to move on. Blue Mountains feel like a rocky adventure to the end. Picture City is full of pencils, erasers, paint. Feels more like curious exploration. The Cave of Scops feels like a relaxing trip to the wells of the Cave of Scops. And you have the Candy Chowtail. Candy Chowtail? Chateau, I don't know how to say that. Well, it's the climactic finale. All of these levels feel unique from one another. And the music, too. The music! It's so good. Just the main theme alone gets me so pumped up to play. game has one of the best soundtracks of any 2D platformers. Don't at me. One thing I forgot to mention were the bosses. Now, the bosses in this game are great. Their patterns are clear to see, and they aren't too easy, and they're not too difficult either. Well, except this boss, Space Mom. This boss is terrible. Her attack cycles are so long that you basically have to play perfectly. And now for the final level. It's really good. It tests all of what you learn up to this point. Like, there's this one part where Dark Rayman appears and he mimics your every move, so you gotta fake him out. And it's really fun. And there's one part where all of a sudden, bam, your controls are reversed. And I know that sounds like hell, but Rayman actually makes it fun. Unlike most platformers where they reverse the controls, they gotta combine it with shitty level design for some reason. Then after that, you confront Mr. Dark himself, and all hope seems lost until two Electoons show up and give Rayman the upgraded fist, and then you have to fight bizarre combinations of previous bosses. So let's do this. That the world is saved, and that's Rayman. Now I really recommend you play this game. It's a treat. In fact, I recommend you play any Rayman game because they're all S-tier platformers.